How's everybody doing? Great. Great to have you all here. Thank you very much for coming. And thanks, Amazon, for this wonderful live stage event. I'm Pradeep Prabhu, co-founder and CEO of CloudMunch, a Seattle-based company.
Hi, I'm Prasanna, CTO and co-founder again, based out of Bangalore.
This is a day I've been waiting for the last 15 months. I can only compare it with the birth of my son. The journey, the CloudMunch journey, started in the summer of 2012 with a very simple idea. Help software teams around the world deliver better software faster in the cloud. So why did we choose to do this? Over the last 15 years, Prasanna and I have delivered hundreds of applications to customers around the world, many of them market-leading, innovative companies. From the client-server era to the dot-com days to the cloud, a lot of things have changed, whereas a lot of things haven't changed, and we'd love to change things that need to change. And we love what we do, so it's always good to start to do something that you love. More importantly, software is driving business innovation. More and more businesses are using software to differentiate, to leapfrog each other's products and services. So all that code means a lot to the bottom line. And creating ways to deliver that code better and faster will have a big impact and is a huge opportunity for businesses around the world. And that's where CloudMunch comes in. So how do we do that? How do we deliver better software faster in the cloud? We did that by addressing three big challenges that we experienced over the last few years delivering SaaS and cloud applications. Number one, early and instant feedback across the lifecycle, across all roles. So this means for a developer, when you push in code, you get instant feedback. For a product manager, it means you can show the feature on day one to your customers so that you can get early feedback. For an ops manager, it means simulating the production environment while development is still going on so you know what to expect. It also means that an ops person can see the infrastructure metrics as well as the application metrics on the same dashboard. Number two, we need to simplify and automate the entire software delivery process. Code review has to be one click. Continuous integration is one click. Integration with Elastic Beanstalk, one click. Setting up a server environment, one click. So simplifying and automating the entire software delivery process at the same time allowing you to plug and play in with your different tools is what we have done. Third, taking dev, test, and run and making it seamless. Today, for modern software teams, all the tools that are required are available as a cloud service, be it code repositories in the cloud like GitHub, Bitbucket, or project tracking, issue tracking tools like Jira or Pivotal Tracker, or online code editors like Cloud9, Codigen. The real magic happens when all these cloud services are brought together, blended together seamlessly to create the sum of the whole that's greater than the parts. So what is CloudMunch? How does it work? It's your hub in the cloud orchestrating the entire application lifecycle, from the code in development to code in production. Think of it as DevOps PaaS, the power of DevOps with the simplicity of PaaS. With plug and play with all your favorite tools. So whether be it GitHub, whether it's Jira, whether it's New Relic, whether it's all these application tools, development tools, monitoring tools can be integrated, plugged in, yes, with one click. Maybe this is just fairly abstract right now, right? And let's make it a little bit more tangible. Let's look at a fun animation video. The animation video is actually based on a true storyline. It's based on our customer, Jamcracker, which is based in Bay Area. It's a cloud services broker. And we'll take a quick look at this animation video, for a 2 minutes video.
Joe, the CTO, wants to get his new application in the cloud yesterday. He has top-notch developers, but poor systems and a distributed team are causing them to put out applications that look like this. Then Joe sees applications that look like this coming from CloudMunch, the pre-integrated platform as a service, strike that, the all-inclusive platform as a service that is kind of like the 24/7 fitness for cloud applications. All-inclusive? It means that with CloudMunch, code gets the proper workout all the way from development to production, with plug and play to your favorite tools. CloudMunch's automated build, validation, testing, and deployment engines ensure that code being deployed is virtually error-free. This frees up developers to focus on creating great applications. All Joe's team needs to do is select the validation apps from the CloudMunch App Store or create their own apps. And delivery? Quickly and easily deploy onto the cloud with a single click. CloudMunch delivers continuously, supports multiple stacks for Java, PHP, .NET, and more with instant scalability and elasticity. Create test harnesses or push into production all in the same environment, so that what works in testing works the same way in production. CloudMunch dashboards are plugged into in-context analytics, giving Joe's team a real-time view into what's going on in development and in production, so that they can make quick decisions. CloudMunch can reduce CTO Joe's delivery time to days, reduce cost by up to 40%, and increase productivity up to 30%, giving Joe peace of mind while his application cruises smoothly in production. So now Joe gets to be a hero with CloudMunch, with applications released faster that run great on the cloud. CloudMunch, a better, easier way to build, test, run, and manage cloud applications. Deliver great applications. Focus on code, CloudMunch the rest.
Thank you. Now we'll cut over to the demo. Prasanna is going to show you under the hood how this actually works. Over to you.
Thanks, Pradeep. So what I have here is a CloudMunch dashboard. What I'm going to do is, in the interest of time, I'll take, Pradeep spoke about 3 benefits. I'm going to just quickly run through how we can deliver those benefits. So what you see here is what we call as a build badge. So this is for a project called CloudBox. And this is a quick build that has happened, and this is the latest. So in the build badge, essentially, anyone in the team can quickly get a view on what's happened to the latest build. You can find what changed, why it was changed. There is a defect that is fixed in this, who changed it, and also what is the quality of the change. So if these were the steps that were defined for that build, where it has failed, and how you can get to the details of that. So when I get to the build details, each role in the team can start getting quick feedback. As a developer, I may be interested in looking at whether the code quality was fine, should I fix something or not. As a tester, I'll look at whether all my automated test cases have passed, and if so, what is the coverage? So do we have enough automated tests or not? If I'm an architect, I would love to see, I visualize my code and see, in a pictorial, what we call as a Google map for your code. Pictorial, you see, how my code is looking, drill down, see how packages are, constructed, and what the dependencies between packages are. Drill down until the level of classes. Search for a specific class, compare this with multiple builds, and see if the progress is in the right direction or so, right? So basically, depending on what your role is, you can get at exactly after the build is done, you pretty much get a clue of whether it is being done correctly or not, and that's instant feedback at a build level, right? If you're a product manager, you can look at whether this is the feature that I have in this build, and if so, I just go click deploy and pick my environment, go and deploy this build, and either demo the feature or pick my environment, either go ahead and demo the feature to a customer or see if it is working the way it was actually thought out as. So that's one-click automation for us. You can actually do a one-click release. You can set up all your release steps automated. You can mark the source control tool read-only, create a branch, tag a branch as part of the release process, and you just click the button and you get those automations in place. Pradeep also spoke about DevOps, dev and run seamlessly in the cloud. So the way we have done that is at an application level. So each application, you kind of take that through build. You take that through build, configuring your environments, configuring your servers and workflow in such a way that a build, the artifact of that build fits directly into the environments. You can define environments across various stages of your application lifecycle, dev, test, release, which can be defined. And each environment, you can map it to multiple tiers in your architecture. You can say I have 4 tiers, and app tier, web tier, database tier. And each tier, you can link it with a tech stack. Is it a Apache server or otherwise? And then link a deployment plan with your build. You say, quick build of this project is what I'm going to use every time I deploy. And basically define your workflow for your deployment. So once this is done behind the scene, which is very simple, and we've done it for within 30 minutes for a lot of customers, you pretty much have automated the entire project and run it effectively. So if you go to the next level, which is servers, all the servers for your application can be controlled through this. We take it up to the level of monitoring those servers. You can pick what tool needs to be used for monitoring, be it CloudWatch, New Relic, Nagios, more to come. So you select the tool that you want to monitor these instances, and you pretty much get them. And once these builds happen continuously, what happens is, getting a project snapshot is, just a click of a button. You pretty much get the detailed view of what happened last month without having to really worry about building this up. So you can get how many defects have been resolved, stories developed, what is the velocity at which it is going, how many builds are there by stages. There are 1825 builds in dev, out of which 186 have gone to testing, and 9 of them moved to release. You can also look at how developers are doing, who is the best developer in terms of check-ins and the clean check-ins, how the validations have happened against those check-ins. You can also look at top files. Are there any modules that are ready for refactoring? Is it really breaking too quickly? And also you can look at across builds how your validation is going. You can also take this to one level up, where you can look at the same view across multiple projects at a program level. So you can say, hey, this is my program. As a dev head or VP engineering, I want to look at all the releases, how they're getting done. And you can look at the similar dimension of success rate of builds, stories developed, and also get a view of which is your best project and worst project within that program. Okay, so with that, I kind of complete the quick view of the CloudMunch theme platform.
Thank you, Prasanna. So one last thing. What you saw was the team edition. Today we are launching a developer edition. This is a very simple way for developers to deploy onto AWS with one click from GitHub. So what you will see now is the developers edition, and Prasanna is just clicking on it. And just click in with your GitHub credentials. So this is all to everybody in the developers lounge. Hope you are hearing us here. Your repo from GitHub to AWS with just one click, and that's what you will see. And he's loading up one of the repos from impress.js repo. And that repo is basically coming from GitHub, and that repo is basically a summing up of what we just spoke about CloudMunch. And the steps are getting built, and it will be deployed in a minute as we close. So there's the steps getting built, configuring whatever you saw is happening now instantaneously, and now the application is getting deployed onto AWS server. And now we'll go to that application which he just deployed, which is the impress.js JavaScript application, which is running on AWS. and this is the application that's just running. And this is a summing up of what you just saw today with CloudMunch. Thank you, everyone. It's been our pleasure, and thanks for joining. Thanks a lot.